actually remember to start Twitch this time. I'll do Blood on the Leaves at some time. Still gotta do, like, cut it down to one Kanye beat a month. So who knows when I'll get to it. Tuscan Leather, Tuscan Leather's got that dope switch up. Maybe I'll check out Tuscan Leather now. I was working on my first Flying Lotus one. I only got like half of it. I only got the very start of it. Some of these weird ass chops I can't figure out, but I got the foundation. Hopefully I can finish this one because it's dope. The massage situation, it's called massage therapy. So. Young rebel, young money, nothing you could say. Listen to Capadonna, there's some extra. Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah, that's Tuscan Leather. I remember now. Lesson 6 will be out on Friday. Damn it, Zach. You biffed. You could have been at the top of the list. But instead, you're not. You're just not. Your first day like ever, Zach? This is your first year? Massage situation. That's the right, yeah. That's right. Situation. All right, we'll get started on the critique before long. Try the fucking John Cena thing out. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise. I love You Can't See Me as like a proclamation of greatness. That's such a funny thing to say. I always like to tell people, like, if people are over here writing raps, I always like to suggest that as a line because I think it's really funny. And then a lot of people end up using it to varying degrees of seriousness. But I think that's such a funny thing to say. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. Alright. I'll work on the fucking John Cena. Oh shit, I don't got my switcher up. There we go. Huh, this is an unlisted video. That's weird. That's cool, I guess. Renzo, I don't know how I'm gonna top last week's. That shit was ridiculous. What's up, Troy? Why can't I get the... Doesn't have the fucking attack on there. Let me get a... Let me check what. See if they got a good copy of it. Nothing. What? Oh no. You uploaded it without the damn attack. Oh. Oi. Oy vey, am I right? I'll have to track down a good copy of that. Y'all like this beat right here? I can't decide if it's good or if it's just stupid. Or if it's some shit like I don't know what. I'm thinking it's probably corny. I started with the drums, I was gonna go somewhere else, and somehow ended up here. With these like messy, distorted keys. I got a, thanks, I got an account, but they just don't have what I'm looking for. Oh wait, that's the wrong song. It could sound like Get 'Em High. It might could. We'll get started on the critique in like a few minutes. I'll see if any of these beats are good. It's unlikely though. It's unlikely. The drums could be way bigger on this. It's the drums I gotta work on this. It could be like way bigger. That could be way doper. Y'all ever try and, not try, but you start something and then you're like, you know what, this is weird. And then you think, I'll just try weird. And you end up with some really weird genre-bending shit. And you, at the time you think, you know, I'm being a pioneer right now. I'm putting two things together that wouldn't normally be together. And then you go back and listen to it. And it's really bad. That's what happened with this beat. So, enjoy. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I don't know how I end up here. Get to the point where it's like finished. The sample might be cool, but not where the fuck I went with it. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll like it. What is this? Oh, I made that on stream the other day. I gotta sit down and make some beats tomorrow. I gotta film a fucking episode tomorrow. I need to damn finish. There's like one chop in this damn beat, this climax by Slum Village. Still can't figure out. It's a shame. I'm gonna get there. I gotta do that one soon. Yeah, I'm just going through these random beats. I don't know what they are. Oh, I made this one. This was good. I made this on stream like 2 weeks ago. Those drums are pretty crazy. That sound effects and shit. I gotta come up with some more of that. But those drums are like, Talking about commercial shit that sounds like from a commercial. This beat sounds like a Acura commercial that I'm about to load, not that one. Oh, 2 minutes. We'll kick the critique off. I think this is the one I'm thinking of. This sounds like this sounds like some really bad commercial. Oh. The drums are okay. Then I got just really a weird place with it. Like this is straight up a Toshiba commercial. Or no, that's more of a car commercial. I didn't mean to save that. Alright, it's almost stream time. One more random one more thing to open, I guess. There's nothing good. Oh good, it's 8:15. I can just start instead. Zach, can I play his rough track? I don't know about that. Like his raps? I don't know about raps. We'll see. Alright, first up, we got ERF with a YouTube link. Oh, I hope he's linking to a something tight beat on YouTube. Let's find out. Party Next Door, tight beat. All my dreams came true. Joe messaged me. He said he wasn't going to be in the stream tonight. He told me to say something. I don't remember what. So, there's your message, Joel. weird bass notes to have. For how loud your kick is, your clap's a little quiet. Yeah, that clap's got to come up with how much that kick's hitting. The chords are kind of cool. But a switch up would be nice. Let's see if we get a switch up. Yeah, you gotta switch those chords up at some point. Definitely bring the clap up. And maybe add a snare to fill it out a little more. Because that kick's a lot louder than the snare. The kick was hitting a good volume. It was like almost too loud, but it gave it some good energy. So if you could match that with whatever snare or clap you have, that would be nice. Switch up the chords a little bit. I don't know about bringing in the sort of open hi-hat sort of groove. It should either come in sooner. I think it might need to come in earlier, and then you can take it back out. But if you leave it in for so long, or if you take so long to bring it in and it just stays in, that could be problematic. The bass line was weird. It was really strange notes. So I wasn't huge on that, and it only played like twice. It only barely came in a couple times, so that was strange. Both your note choice and how little it came in. Came in a little more, but the notes were weird. I wasn't a huge fan of them. But pretty solid mixing overall, pretty solid sound choices. It could just use a little more variety in your chords and bring that clap up. Pretty solid though. That was ERF. He got up early in the list this time. Usually he's down the middle. Oh, so this dude. All right, next up is, oh boy, Marco Voltio Elhako. I know that's not how you say it, but I like to make that noise, so I say it that way anyway. All right. Let's get his SoundCloud URL up here. And let's hear his track. Very sparse. Hey, said the same thing as Paul Manton. These speakers are the Synal ASM 6s. I've had them for a couple weeks now. I like them. I gotta do a review soon so I can send them back. There you go, filling out the drums. The drums got a little like lo-fi going on in a weird way, in a bad way. Ooh. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Elliott. Snoop doing that in that video has ruined like every flow like that now. When the drums fully came in, it was nice. Thanks, Paul man. This one would definitely need someone to rap over it, but it's got a good vibe. That's a cheap sounding reverb on the snare, and the kick's got some weird something going on. Benadryl type beat. I got that. No, 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 I got that. You ain't got no, I got that. Something when I got that. Got the whole team with it. You ain't got me when I put that. This could be the basis for a really dope song when all the drums are really in. The programming is tight. There's some there's some quality problems with your drum sounds. I don't know if you intentionally made them lo-fi, or if it's the samples you're starting with, or it's how you bounced it, or if it's like old sampler emulation in whatever software you're doing, but it's not a good kind of lo-fi. They just sound like artifacted and unintentionally messed with instead of a conscious choice to add some like dust or grit. It just sounds like a mistake. It's very digital sounding artifacts, not like something nice like you would want. So pretty solid though on the whole, I would say. All right. Next up we got Licks Impressions. Whatever the hell that means. I hope the rest of his sound quality is him doing impressions of like actors. Like he's the only person to do a Bob Saget impersonation. Sample reminds me of some Harry Fraud shit. Let's see where the drums go. It's not where I expected the drums to go. Pattern of those hits could be cool if the rest of the programming wasn't cornball. And also the sounds. Paul says the snare sounds a bit chintzy. Yeah, I would swap out the snare first. Everyone's got a problem with the snare. I hear some bass in there. Very low. The rest of the programming is a little underwhelming. Paul says it's too robotic for such an organic sample. Question mark. Yeah. So especially the hi-hats. If your kick stayed the same and the sample chop stayed the same, you could build the rest of the drums around that. And fill out your programming on your hi-hats, fill out your programming on everything else. I'm going to start staring right into the camera. Filling out all of that in a more organic way, especially a much more interesting way, even if it's not that much more organic, than ting, 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 because that was boring. And then there were some random crashes in there that didn't go with anything else. I can't think of a time I would put a crash on its own in a hip-hop beat, so check those. Check your ego at the door, okay? We don't want to do any of that. We're teamwork. All right, next up. That was Licks Impressions. This is Mike Johnson with the reverse sample. Let's hear what he does for us. Jesus, this is loud. slow. It could be cool. I feel like it's really hard to do reverse samples and not be super messy. Because like when you're making, oh, we got a switch up incoming. Let's hear it. I did like the vibe overall though. There's a lot that gets in the way of the vibe when you have those reverse samples. And you can like dig down into it when you're making the beat and you're like, damn, okay. But if you've never heard it before, there's all this other shit getting in the way. The snare's a lot lower pitched than I would expect for something like this. This is almost like Ninth Wonder-esque. I like the tambourine on there. I think the snare's pitched down a little too much. Just a hair, not a ton. Maybe it's not even the pitch, it just sounds like it's sitting a little behind, like there's too much room tone in it. Pellet fill out that bass with some sub bass. Because the bass is from the sample, best I can tell. That is a little too loud. Like, it sounds a little crunchy. It's sort of adding to the character, but it's mostly taking away from it. Just making it hard to listen to. Yeah. Elliott says, Ninth Wonderish in the mix and the feel, but slower than he'd go. That's for sure. He would go 7 or 8 clicks faster than that. At least. He never goes that slow. Except for on, P. That song on the Black Album he did. But that's not even that slow. It's still pretty fast. So, ignore what I said. There was zero truth to that statement outside of him doing that beat. And this is intriguing duality. Man, all y'all got fed up being at the end. Y'all hopped on the submissions. That was a weird off-key. That sample's out of place. I like that you try to use that like snare roll thing. And but the snare sounds I'm not the biggest fan of. They're a little, I don't know. That main snare is just, it's like over-processed and just corny sounding. Parts of the chops are more interesting than other chops. Like that part we were just ending on was cool, and then it definitely lost it for a little bit, about 2/3 of the way through. And there's that one sample you keep dropping in there. That was like just wrong. The snare was a little gross sounding. I liked that you tried to use that snare roll, but I didn't like the way it sounded either. They were just too... I don't know. They just sounded off to me. And that's just... It's nothing with what you did. It's just the sample is not something I'm into. Air Jr. says, nice sample, but the snare roll is annoying. Yeah, I think if you picked a more subtle snare roll and also did it less frequently, I would still be into it. But I agree. I was tired of it by the end. All right, next up, we got Cold Blood Beats. Is this fading in, or do I need to turn it up? I think it's fading in. Mix could use a little work. The bass is sort of overwhelming. Not like in a crazy way, but it's just diminishing the impact that the other drums have. Cool little snare fill there. Sample sort of works, and I'm sort of not into it at the same time. No, I'm into this part. Gigahertz, these are the Senal ASM 6s. These are the monitors. SENAL. I'll be doing a review before too long. Y'all been hearing those new Rick Ross songs? He's back to doing dope shit. More Justice League. Hot shit like that. It's dope. Ooh. Hit him with the tape stop. Yeah, I would say you could focus on mixing the drums. You could probably sidechain that sample for a little more interesting atmosphere, because it's just sort of, right now, it's cool. I mean, I sort of like it, and then it's just sort of there, back behind the drums, the rest of the time. So maybe sidechain that. Turn the rest of the drums up a little bit. Ooh, yawning already. Yeah, I mean, I've been very selective in Rick Ross songs that I do like. These two ones. That song, Foreclosures, he spits like real ass shit about the industry. I'm always into real ass shit about the industry. If you ask me what type of music I like, I say, I like rappers rap real ass shit about the industry. That's just what I like. Oh, we got DJ. Oh boy, we got the DJ Nutbust third track. I hope y'all are ready. I hope this is good, Nutbust. Don't fucking disappoint me. I can't type. That was Cold Blood Beats before, if you're asking. All right. Let's see what you got, Nutbust. Okay. I like this right here. Was that Diddy? Okay. DJ Nutbust. Let's see where it goes. I'm gonna wait. Okay. This fucking drums. You know, just these drums are too good. You had to let them ride for like 8 minutes. Here we go. Nut bust come through with the 3-peat track so hot, yeah, you gotta hear repeat loaded in the DJ. Oh shit! How do you get your shit to clip so bad? Nut bust, nut bust, nut bust, nut bust. Let's be real, DJ Nut Bust. Not your best. You've had better submissions that inspired more from me. So, I'm going to put this one on you. And next week, you better, like, step the game up, because I'm out here trying to spit fucking bars, and you come at me with that shit? Not again, man. Not again. Someone had to put you in your place. Thanks, Nut Bust. We got to top that first freestyle. And like I said, the onus is on you. Is this just the two of us? The two of us. Alright, this is... Let's add a key in there. There's something off by like 18 cents. Oh, it's making my brain hurt. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Alright, that bass is like straight up in between keys. I'm into this album art, this orangutan with a can of is that Brooklyn Lager or Mountain Dew? Or Perrier? Yeah, that bass, whatever bass you added, it would appear, let me just show you real quick. So like that sample is in some key. It could be in any key. It could be in any tuning. There's no rule that says it has to be in, Jesus Christ. What am I loading up here? There's no rule that says it has to be in any key. So like it's flat compared to this. I don't even... So like to match the key of that sample, even with this, ignore that the synth is like loud and stupid as fuck. That's pitched down. That's like, just do a quarter tone. That's minus 23. Somewhere in that range will put you a lot closer to being in tune. If that's live bass, see if you can just repitch the recording, or just change your offset and whatever you're dealing with, because I just can't even listen to the rest of it because of that. So, or pitch the sample up. You know, I mean, that would be the smart thing to do, actually. Ignore what I said before. Pitch the sample up between 20 and 25 cents, and then everything else will be in key automatically, or at least the same temperament. And then get back to me. I'm sorry, I just can't take off key shit. Oh boy, we got some gospel shit. This is J. Cole. This is like a 3-year-old J. Cole.
I put it on my mama, back to Carolina. Now we up at school and I get my diploma. Never had a job, but I used to wear a backpack. Got my textbooks, now I'm gonna get that fast stack. That's the shit that I be talking about. About to sell $1 million, half a platinum record in my city, now it's really young.
That's my J. Cole impression. Good sound effect. This piano's almost a little too messy. Almost, well, no, okay, it's a little better now. When the drums are fully in, it's hard to... Oh, key change. Oh no, it's just that intro thing. Or is it a key change? Uh-oh. A key change is confusing to me. This part's hot. I would focus on this. Use the messy, offbeat part sparingly. And not that you really did too much with it just then. I like the kick. You can maybe layer something in with the snare just a little bit. Actually, maybe not. That more subtle rise effect, like rise effects are sort of played out, but sometimes you need them. The more subtle one worked more so than the like bubbling laser one, so I would kill that one. And just yeah, Paul in the Twitch chat is saying I'd experiment with something not so spacey, doesn't vibe with the orchestral feel of the beat. Yeah, I would try and keep it orchestral and sort of natural. Elliott suggests some live electric guitar, maybe. Call up Mike Dean, have him lay down some shit. Call up Ryan Leslie, have him lay down some shit. This is Lone Star with 2 R's, by the way. One word. No SoundCloud, it's direct upload. Pretty dope, though. That main section is very solid. And some of the spacier stuff gets in the way for sure. And that one sample's hard to rein in. You did a pretty good job with that one that's like offbeat. So I'll stop telling you to mess with that. But that weird key change build thing, I think that was the same thing in the intro. So it worked there because it led into and it stayed down in this other key. But going back to it was a bit confusing. So pretty solid overall, though. Definitely. Definitely. All right, next up, we got WKFTB. His track needs lyrics. I'll be the judge of that. Uh-oh.
Hypnotize minds. Mafia.
No, this is not 36 Mafia, this is more ICP. Psychopathic Records. This album art's really funny. part of the word suburbia photoshopped on his sidewalk. I don't understand.
Yo, I never see the moon. I don't believe in it. I don't believe the stars are even there next to it. Never seen the sun. I close my eyes. Never see the moon again. Did I say that? Oh.
The only thing I can't believe, on top of all these sounds, you managed to bring in the haze. These are all very goofy sounds. Hold on, there's a little intermission. Alright. You know,
Title said needs lyrics. Thinking needs a lot more than that.
Yeah, so all those sounds were just super stock. And so really none of those sounds, like stock sounds, sometimes you can make them work. I said this before. Depending on what else is happening, depending on what sort of role they play, you can make them work. These were like stock sounds, and then low quality. I don't know if you did something to your master bus or if things were just clipping. Everything sort of sounded bad. Even on its own, even the hay sample. So I think some shit might have just been clipping. I don't know. There was like a little 808 like tom cowbell conga thing going on in the background. Wood black is the word I'm looking for. I liked that. Didn't like much else. But I would bookmark this. Oh, this is 7 months old. But at least I know it will always be here when I need to do an Insane Clown Posse type track. I'll know precisely where to go. Up next, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Milano Supreme. His track called Hippie Juice. I saw this on SoundCloud earlier and I almost listened to it. And then I remembered, wait a minute. I can't spoil the surprise. I'm Milano Supreme. And this beat sucks. Sorry. There could be a couple more. The drums could be just a little bit hyper. Just a little bit. Well, maybe not. I like the loop. Here's some low end in there. You gotta come up with a B section for this. That chord change wears itself out. That's an interesting mute. Lou. Who's talking about Lou? What is Lou? Blazed up, what are you talking about? Ooh, getting a little taste at the end. Definitely dope start. I think I heard you add a little low end for like 2 seconds. I would expand on that. Some more layers on top. Some washy synths and some delays and shit. Come up with another section. See if you can find anything else to chop.
that works. So, yeah. Thanks, Metallica. Did everyone watch the new episode of Beat Breakdown? Gave y'all a little history lesson. Some eyewitness news. More like lie witness news from the lamestream media. Next up, we got Sasco. You know, I just do these streams as a platform to do little bits. Crack these little jokes. Isn't it obvious? I'm getting hungry. All right, next up, Sasco. Let's hear it. This beat is called Beat, and then its hashtag is Beat. Okay, or its tag is just Beat. Is your snare panned all over to the left? A little too quiet. Alien noise right here in the stereo field, sitting like 60% left of center. Some of these chops are really cool, but then you got shit panned all over the place, which is weird. And there's like a nasty reverb on the snare that I'm not into, but the samples are sort of cool. The samples are cool. Those main chops I'm into. The drums I'm not really feeling. And they just don't really vibe. You got the sort of mellow, vintage sort of sounding, dusty sounding sample. You need some drums that fit that vibe instead of whatever those were. And the panning, just keep your shit in the center for another 3 months. I'm taking away your panning privileges. Shit was too trippy. And not in a good, juicy J way. Alright. Next up, we got JM. Smokey Robinson flip.
This crazy love, how did our two worlds entwine? Our two worlds entwine.
Half a minute, call it 30 seconds. Yeah, it's half a minute. Oh, we out here 30 seconds, oh, that's half a minute. When you count to 10, then you do it twice. Do it thrice more times, and one more time. That's a whole minute, call it 60 seconds. Yeah, we out here stacking paper. Well, what's up, my brethren? That's a minute, right? That's a minute, right? And we got so much time, I'm infinite. Minute, right? That's a minute, right? Man, I'm getting hungry, about to cook some minute rice. This is actually dope. But the drums are really, really... That main, like, thing, though. Oh, I forgot I saved these. I'm not gonna do it. Snare was just louder, it would help a lot, but also it could be a much bigger sound. The mix is way off. Do you like my song about time? This has potential. This is one of those tracks where I'd sample jack it and not feel bad about it. There's no SoundCloud on this. This JM. Direct upload. That sample is nice. You could either filter out the bass, EQ it to turn it down a little bit, and then just come in with some listen to some Currency, Harry Fraud, steal some drums from those, throw those on there, and you will have a certified banger. And then you can make a song about time and minute rice and shit. So, and then call me up and I'll rap on it. All right. I ate a big ass lunch. Wasn't even getting hungry till right now. Shout out to the all-you-can-eat sushi place I went to. Now, normally I'm a sushi snob. This place was not a sushi buffet, right? It was just, you'd order off the menu, and you could have an all-inclusive price, including appetizers, mind you. So, that's crazy to me. That's straight up insane. Like, everything. All their weird specialties with, tuna poke, salmon poke, all the dumplings, all the weird fried mushroom shits. All the seared tuna shit. We went crazy. It was so much food. We literally ordered about $130 worth of things at menu price. And it's like a $20 all you can eat. Okay, here we go. Shout out to Sammy. The mix could use some work. Build everything up around that clap. The clap's sitting good. Sammy Davis Jr. Holding microphone like I'm Sammy Davis Jr. Got my pinky ring like I'm Sammy Davis Jr. We're a rat pack, bitch. Yeah, what's it mean to you? The biggest problem with this is the mix right now. Secondarily, I ain't trying to tell them what to do, no. You already know what we've been for. About to stack it up now. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, no. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, no. We about to get it right now. Sammy Davis Jr. with it right now. R.I.P. Frank Sinatra. Money. The mix, yeah. The mix is the biggest thing. Krispy Kreme. Fucking Krispy Kreme. Shit is funny. And then the programming could use a little work. That's the mix. The mix is the problem there. It would if that was mixed perfectly and mastered well. That would be nice. Not like the most creative shit I ever heard, but it would be nice. You feel me? You feel me? And then you could maybe spice up some of the programming, the hats and shit. Add some extra top percussion type shit. So that was a good little switch up here for the hook to come in, someone to sing on. Pretty solid. Work on that mix. All right. Next up is Elliott. Elliott. Hey, you should do a producer tag on your shit, and it can be fucking ET saying Elliott, right? Hey, fuck you, Dean. I heard what you said. I was feeling it. The bass I'm not huge on. Got to throw one of those cardiac loops on here with the hi-hats. Uh-oh. Getting Yeezy on it. Actually, that's sort of like LP-ish. Seekek, their Synols. It's a new brand. Well, not a new brand, but a smaller brand. S-E-N-A-L. L. I think the programming could be... Oh! Had to hit it halftime. Hey Jimmy Lorelei. Hey Jimmy Lorelei Gilmore. You can submit a beat breakdown recommendation anywhere you want. I'll read it once, forget about it, I'll go back and read it again later, and I'll probably ignore it. But every once in a while. No, actually do submit it. They're good ideas. So submit it wherever. I like the halftime switch up. The damn Constrabuzz does not like this. Constrabuzz also... It looked like you were spending a lot of time hating on Ninth Wonder for some reason. I mean, there are things to dislike about Ninth Wonder, but that's a lot of energy to expend on hating someone who has literally never changed their beats. He's like the most inoffensive producer to ever exist. The halftime was cool. When it was not halftime, some like live sound and hi-hats might have been cool. What else? The bass kind of threw me off at first. And it sort of grew on me, but I feel like the bass could have been better. Paul Mann says, the only thing there is to dislike about Ninth Wonder is that you aren't as good as him, or that you can't get a Grammy using FL Studio. Dude made he made beats with not even, just clicked his beats together for so long. He gets my respect just for that. All right, next up is Winston Slip. Oh, this is too easy. So I wouldn't do a whole episode on it. But I appreciate your suggestion. Because even if I don't do a specific song, I might use it as a jumping off point. Roll up in this bitch like I own the bitch. Left hand sound like soda. Getting all big like a soda can. I appreciate bass sound for this sort of track I like because it's sort of atypical. I'd say the bass is the strongest suit in this. Hey, hey, hey. Even though it might be a little overwhelming, and the sounds could use an upgrade. Ooh. Not terrible. It had some mix issues. If that was like polished up, I wouldn't hate it. Even if beats like that, I sort of hate. I wouldn't hate this particular one because the bass you did was a nice touch. Even if it was overbearing at times, all the drum sounds could use an upgrade for sure. They're back in coach right now. Put them in business class at least. You know, you feel me? Yeah, I mean, you were going for the mustard sound, obviously. Your title of the track is Another Mustard. And you didn't do it full typical mustard beat. You jazzed it up a little bit, so props for that. But the mix could definitely polish things off. All right. Next up, we got Helios with a million. He's got so many L's in his SoundCloud URL. I never can type it. I gotta just copy paste to be safe. Let's hear it. This track Send Off. I don't know what you said, Dean. I just got a bunch of asterisks. Coach, I can't even guess what that says. Let's see where the drums go. Those are cool, like, down pitch things. Oh. Put me on blast saying I'm in coach. I like that melody that came in. The drums came in like clean right now. It would ride. It's got a lot of cool sounds. But where are the drums at? Said I got black eyes, where they at though? Said I need them drums, where they at though? Yeah, the like sex noise I could take or leave. This is long as fuck. This is 6 minutes long. If the drums like really came in, then I'd be super into it. Because you built up all this cool atmosphere, and then it just sort of was like, just floating there, like, not doing anything. So, I did like, I mean, like your little snaps and the kick and shit works as an intro, but it's got to come in at some point. I mean, isn't it great I'm speaking in absolutes about some highly subjective shit? But after 2 minutes. I don't see any drums coming in at any point in this track. Yeah. So if the drums came in, it would be nice. So like I said, where they at though? Let me refresh. I think Dom might have just hopped up. What up, Dom? Touch the Sky remix instrumental. All right. So you're telling me I'm supposed to rap Touch the Sky over this? Testify. Come up in the spot, lay your extra fly. Touch the sky. Back when they thought pink polo hurt the back. 4 Kim got the shit. Towards the club. I felt like back for street. I couldn't work my life. Now let's go. I'll take him back to the me and my mama hot in the U-Haul. Any pessimist, I ain't talk to them. That is good context to have though for the feel of the shit. So this is like, I like how you took cues from Touch the Sky and put the like, put the cymbal and like hi-hat on the chorus like that. I would maybe filter out the vocals some more. And then maybe do some more chops. I don't know. Cause like it ain't a remake though, I mean so the sample I liked part of, and like I was sort of feeling the feel of this track later blazed up, because that tempo, the tempos you always pick, like I'm sort of into and I'm sort of not into. This one I'm more into than not, I believe anyway. Things I liked for sure was the cymbal. I don't know, maybe not the cymbal sound. It could have been a little dustier or something in the chorus, but I liked how you put it on the beat. And that's not, like you put it on the beat, you know what I mean? Every big downbeat like that. And I also liked, I mean, I mostly like the drums. Like it, like Elliott just said, it's not breaking any barriers. But hey, I think I would put this in the top of my favorites of your submissions. But at the same time, the sample might have rode a little too straightforward. You could have maybe switched it up a little more with the sample. Not like too many chops, but some chops maybe. I don't know. Maybe slower would have been better. I don't know. Or faster. I don't know. Yeah, drill. Yeah. The sample is bigger than the drums, like the drums take a back seat. I agree with that. The way they're mixed, the sample's about this big, and the drums are only about this big. It's not hugely bigger, but it's big enough to cause that problem. So I don't know if using those same drum sounds would fix that. If you could fix it in the mix, or if you need to swap out the sounds, or if you could filter out some of the sample and get there. I think that was the biggest problem. He sort of hit on that. I couldn't figure it out. That's what it was, that the drums weren't really hitting like they could have. And the harder they hit, the more I'll like it. So there. I hope that makes sense. It took me a while to get there, but thanks, Drail, for putting me on the right track. Hello, TD Win Gaming. How are you? Lupe, you already got a tag. I can't do any better than that. Unless you think I can do better than that. Lupe was asking me earlier to do a producer tag for him. I'll do one after the beat, depending on how the beat makes me feel.
This is a Lupe Diamonds production.
Take one.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Take the tempo down a hair. It's a little too bright.
Rolling on two.
Okay, Lupe. About the horn sound. If you dusted it up through isotope vinyl on it for like low pass and saturated.
Wasn't tight, man. Wasn't tight. Did you get me going on that trade?
That's slap.
Same thing over there.
Right, but come in with the group.
Back in 94, I was just a little toddler. I was about to learn to walk without falling over. I still remember I could see into the sky, and that's when the devil told me that I was a demon. Damn, I'm a demon, did you know that? I was born from hell, I was hell-born. I was hell-born, I'm a demon. I'm a demon.
Alright, sorry.
And a little slower, and come in on Barry's pickups at the beginning.
Oh, you wanted to rate. You wanted to rate. Like,
I wanted to be in tempo, but you wanted it out of tempo first. That's right.
It won't let you submit, Dom.
This is take two.
Sorry to say.
Do it out.
Alright, let's see. What can I do for your producer tag? You just earned one. Also, this is going to be $500. Non-refundable starting now. You just commissioned me. This is what happens. Lupe Diamonds. That was fucking stupid. That wasn't even a good joke. I had an idea for when I was playing. Hold on, let me see.
Lupe Diamonds production.
Take one.
Wait a minute.
Hold it. Take the tempo down a hair. It's a little too bright.
Rolling on two.
Lupe Diamond. Yeah. Alright, that's enough. Alright, you're gonna have to throw some delay on this. You know, just it'll be like a knockoff of JohnnyJuliano.com, but not nearly as loud. All right. Lupe Diamonds. There you go. Please put that on a beat. I want to hear what that sounds like. Who was just asking me a question? Oh, this is Lupe Diamonds. His track's called Funkadelic. It's a direct upload. I don't have a sound. Well, no, he has a SoundCloud. I think you can just find it by searching for Lupe Diamonds with a Z. Yeah, so just do that. Search for Lupe Diamonds with a Z. All right. Next up, Yahweh, like our holy Lord, the God. All right, let's see what you got. Not feeling these. It's also very quiet. The kick, the snares, I really don't like. The kicks are terrible, or the drums are not good, straight up. But you got some cool chords going on. That's a weird chord change, but I'm sort of into it. Even though the sounds are all really not good and the drums are really not good. Having that chord change every time. Well, no, some of the sounds work. All these melodies, like, they're in the right key. Hey, Levi. Levi's here, everybody. Great. So the drums are, like, really bad. The chords and shit you were playing weren't terrible by any stretch. But Pat's combined with those drums, it really did not sound very good. Everyone's calling it church music. I think you could spice, like if I heard this, I would like try and sample it. So maybe take this and sample it, throw some sidechain on there, do some like spaced out Flying Lotus Dilla shit. Do that. You were like sort of trying to do that groove, the like natural groove on the drums, but the sounds were just really, really not good. So. But at least you got a good idea for good melodies and stuff. Elliott's saying the same thing. Like, I'm not going to be humming any of that shit later, but you at least understand how, like, melodies work, so. Hope some of that made sense. How many have I done tonight? I got to take a check. I got to look, I should say. Where do I keep my streams? Oh yeah, critique streams. All right, so we've done 21 tonight. Oh, we're on number 21. Wow, time flies. JK Samoto, is that a request? Because I did Nas's like. In any case, next up we got Lentra. Lentra the God. Gert. Let's see what he's got. Come through clean, keep it 100. Never waste a minute, no, I go for it. Here we go. favorite mute in the world. Shout out to Pete Rock for that teaching me that mute to leave that first beat open. Clean as always. Levi, I might actually do tell your friends by the weekend. I was thinking about doing that one, so good suggestion actually. Ooh, we're getting into Snake Charmer territory. Razzle Dazzle says these kinds of beats are so boring, they're everywhere. Yeah. But I don't even like this type of shit usually, but he does it good enough that I'm at least vibing to it. Lentra, you know you do shit pretty good. So I'm not even going to tell you that you did shit pretty good. Because you know. Daily Who says, technically dope, but kind of samey. I would agree. But it's clean enough. Alright, next up we got Pete Nice, who I think is usually dope. I might have spoken too soon. Levi. Come on, everybody. I know that snare. Is that a machine snare? Oh, hitting us with the pan. Did you get the pan? That like 8-bit sounding arpeggiator is like sort of played out, but also it's still sort of, well no, it's very, very played out. But when used tastefully, it might work. I really don't like the snare clap thing. Keeping it sparse now. That was like, I don't know. It wasn't like terrible. The snare I didn't like. The 8-bit arpeggiator is a little played out. That part, you kept it, it was like a little too, the synths in the beginning were confusing and very loud. They were just, it was if you should start with something rounder. Levi says Young Thug would kill this shit. That's my Young Thug impression, apparently. Nobody asked for it. Just came out. That intro was very confusing. So I don't know about that intro. But, K-Go, I'm glad you appreciated the critique. And I'm looking forward to see what you got this time. Alright, that was Pete Nice. Loved him in Fall Out Boy. Next up, we got Tuesday. What a name. Oh boy. What is this? Art. Cloudy eyes. Demon eyes. Cataracts. Let's see what you got, Tuesday. It's just someone screaming. Triplets. That synth with the chords, I don't like when the synth got a chord on it, on the one note. That scream is funny as fuck. Okay. The snare is a little weak. Ah. I guess riding now. Do that more. That was good. I like what you're doing with the bass. I think the snare is your biggest issue at the moment. Got the Mortal Kombat sample in there. When it all came together, I was into it more. I usually don't condone using that synth chord, one note synth chord, as a tent pole in your beat, as a foundation of your beat, because it really limits what you can do melodically. And there's only like a few things that work with it. So you're going to end up doing shit other people have done. So that I'm not into, but the bass was nice. It was slidey, but some people's slides are like weird. This at least had a purpose with its slides. They were very tight, very focused, and very well programmed. And the drums had a nice feel to them once they really came in, but the snare was weak. The snare was lackluster, with a capital lack. And the scream sample was a goofy ass sample. Alright. Roller Coaster OG, you're up next. Another video game art. This is Breaking Benjamin. Oh. I could have sworn this was. Hold on. When this started, I could have sworn it was this song. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect transition back over. At first, when the drums first came in, I was very skeptical, but you've got some interesting programming going on. They're like flashbulb sounding drums right now. But the drums are a little... Those fills got some nice programming. But they don't sound real enough. This sounds like a video game soundtrack. Like some neo-noir something. It hasn't started yet. Well, I'm gonna skip ahead then. The instrumentation. Lots of instrumentation. This is like the soundtrack to the Bollywood Born Identity. Oh, hitting the mod on a horn synth. So going with that feel, it was really just like some instrumental, but not like hip hop, anything. It was just sort of like you jamming and doing some compositional exercises, especially with all of the strange instrumentation in terms of hip hop. It would have been good for some soundtrack type stuff, but I wasn't like feeling it to like listen to. I thought maybe it would go somewhere else, but I guess it didn't. So I mean, nothing was like out of key or anything, and the beginning did remind me of Breaking Benjamin. So I don't know. I don't know what the net rating for those things is, but maybe we'll see. All right, how many more am I doing? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 more. So we got 1 through 6. So Grandmaster Flaccid, you're the last one for tonight. We got Bobby Wood right here. Bobby Wood. I wish a Bobby would. Y'all know it's only 30. That's gonna be 30. Your drums are always on point. Get finished on Sunday, don't fret. I really don't like that guitar note. Sorry, Dirt. Them's the rules. Helios, Elliott. So the drums are clean. You always got clean drums. But that guitar lick, I'm really not into. It's really causing problems for me. That's my big beef. The horn parts were okay. I was into the horn parts, but that little guitar, like, I don't know, the guitar tone was like a really shitty acoustic guitar with pickup, like really bad pickup on an acoustic guitar, and it sounded bad. So that was bugging the hell out of me. But the drums were nice and clean as always. The horns were cool. Maybe just see what other sorts of chops there are in there. Spice it up. Get some more variety going. That was Bobby Wood. All right. Next up is The Cool. Later, Static. Dirt People will be here on Sunday. Oh, this sample I've only heard a million times. Is it from an Erykah Badu track? Or was it used in an Erykah Badu track? There's some correlation to Erykah Badu with the sample. I think. Oh, this is I Love the Cool shit. I'm so fucking hungry. Got the Timberland. It's sort of nice, but the sample's been hella played out to me. I sort of like the tribal stuff in the background, but it's not blending very well. There's this stuff happening, but it doesn't really all go together very well. I think I feel it on the whole, though. I think generally I'm into it. It sort of lost me for a little bit. But there's the sample. Tarika Blue. Dreamflower. Good catch. That was very familiar. Yeah, the samples played out to me at this point. It was mixed pretty clean, but it didn't really. Some of the stuff was sitting out a little too far out ahead of other stuff. So it was just sitting out too far in front of other stuff. So if you could make the mix gel a little more, I might be more into it. But I like what you do with all the tribal elements and the other percussion and all that shit. So props for that. All right, we're down to the last four. Wow. Next up, we got Jester. Yes, sir. What's your name? Jester 3? Jester.
The game of chess is like a sword fight.
Oh boy. Ben had sample.
Think first, right? Before you move.
Is that fucking Fantasia? Night on Bald Mountain? Alright. So you started with the Wu-Tang rip. Now you're playing Fantasia. That ain't it. That ain't it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It had to happen. It had to happen. The drums were really whack, and then the sample I hated. I just hated the sample. Let's be honest about the sample. I hated the sample. And it's the sword fight is like a game of chess. Like the Wu-Tang ripoff, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Next up, we got Don Dalo. Ooh, got some triangle. What? Oh, that fucking sample in the background. Is that Nelly? That's what it is. That was Nelly. Y'all hear that? Look at this message. Stream is almost over. The clap might be a hair too pitched down for me. The Nelly sample's killing me. Like if I was at your show and you played this, like you were doing a producer set and you play this live, I would probably go ape shit. But like listening deep into it, there's not a lot of stuff. It's not like crazy, but on the surface, it's like, oh yeah. But it's I don't know. I like it. No, I'm not saying it's bad. I think it could just be a little sturdier. Be a little. There could be more to it. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's got a couple flaws. Yeah, the reverse guitar I wasn't super huge on. So Hilarity was saying. It was smooth though. It was very smooth. It had a good feel to it. I'd maybe swap out the clap, pitch it up a little bit more. And it was just a hair disjointed. I think if you took out the reverse shit, built on those chords on the Rhodes, and then I think it's got a lot of potential. But in its current state, it's not my favorite. But it did have a nice groove to it, so. What's I say about this? Oh, this dude's back with his SoundCloud URL, the best beats of all time. Shout out to that. I always thought that was funny. All right. Somero Galaxy, let's hear it. I see you, Black Lord. Glad to have you around. There's this and one more. Uh-oh, we got the semitone. Sounds like Secret Agent Man. James Bond. that wall was insane. The James Bond shit cracks me up. It was almost too fast. Wow, those hi-hats. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Too much on the hi-hats. It sounded like some damn crickets. I don't even know what it sounded like. It was pretty dope up until then. But that was out of control. Out of control there. It was pretty fast, and it wasn't the most like original shit in the world. Like especially that synth melody, but it was clean enough. Like I like the James. I can't decide because I like the James Bond thing, but it's funny as fuck at the same time. So I would say cool it on the damn hi-hat roll. Whatever happened there at the end, that was too much. Paul Manton says he loves the bass tone. I like the bass. Chris M did not like it at all. He was asking for the bomb. He was very pleased when I finally bombed. It wasn't actually a James Bond sample, so Larry asks. It was just similar sounding, those going up, those 3 notes like that. Made it sound James Bondy. All right. We got, oh shit. We got one more for tonight. I can finally go eat some damn dinner. The one, the only Grandmaster Flaccid. What a name. All right, let's see what he's got. Where's this gonna go? What's happening here? You got something panned hard, right? Is that the same piano sample? Oh god. That doesn't work. That chord I really don't like. I was sort of feeling the triplet reverse sound with the hi-hats like that. But, whoa. So you're doing a lot of shit with the same sample. And, it's not that good of a... It starts okay, but also at the same time, it's just piano. You could play that shit. I don't like the last half of the piano sample, and so anytime that shows up, it did bad things for me. And what else? At one point, you had some really weird pitched up version of the sample way over here on the right speaker that I did not like. That was real weird. Whatever's happening there, I was not a fan of. The mix didn't totally gel. Everything was sort of disjointed sonically. The sounds weren't terrible. They weren't my favorite, but they weren't bad, really. They were just sort of neutral. I heard some bass in there that was just a little... It didn't really contribute much. It was just a little boomy. So, I think that's all I got to say about that. That was Grandmaster Flaccid, and that's a wrap for the evening. I'll be picking this back up on Sunday. Make sure to watch today's beat breakdown episode. If you're a tutorial subscriber, new start from scratch, up on Friday. And also, if you're a tutorial subscriber and have a machine, I'll be getting machine tutorials starting next week. And yeah, we'll go from there. So that's it. I'll play myself out with my own beat. Thank you, Paul. I've saluted like a million times tonight. Why the fuck am I saluting? Shout out Paul Mann in the Twitch chat. Shout out Mr. Big Penis with a U. A name. Whenever that showed up in my email that you subscribed to me on Twitch, that really made me laugh. Monkey, if you want to re-upload, just leave the current URL, and then whenever the time comes for me to get to you, just send me the new URL, and I'll do that. So yeah, that's a wrap. Oh shit. I'll catch y'all on Sunday. Tip your wait staff.